Hi everybody, Zach's Reacts, and welcome back to the episode reaction of Fairy Tail. Today we are moving on to episode 115 and going on from there. Last time we had a lot happen, guys. First we had Kana find Mavis's grave, she obtained fairy glitter, and we got to finally learn her full backstory of how she became part of the guild and her beginnings and everything, and it was so good. And we had confirmation finally that Gildarts is the father of Kana, and that was just so crazy, awesome, and I love it, guys. Like, it's so heartbreaking too because he has no idea. She really wants to tell him, but that time has not come yet, and so I'm eagerly anticipating when she's finally going to spill the beans. And in the meantime, she fought against Blue Note with fairy glitter, and still it wasn't enough to take him out, so Gildarts himself showed up in the end, and those two colossal behemoths are now going to do battle, and that's going to be awesome, guys. I'm so excited for that. We also had Urza versus Azuma, and this is probably, guys, one of Urza's most intense fights of the whole show, arguably. The whole episode basically just dedicated itself to showing this battle, and she went all out, he went all out, and it was crazy. He has this ability to kind of become one with nature, and so he knocked down the Tenrou tree and collapsed it. That then revealed that there was a whole protection magic on everyone with Fairy Tail, everyone with the emblem, and so now the whole guild started to lose their magic, and all the battles going on around the island started to turn in the enemy's favor. So now the fight is not just against Erza and Azuma, but it's basically all of Fairy Tail versus Azuma, represented through Urza, and it was so amazing because in the end she was able to pull it off. It was crazy. We had some close calls, guys. It was a really intense, awesome battle. I loved it. It's one of my favorites, and I can't wait to see now where we go from here. It means a lot that you are here as well, guys, so thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel for more reactions coming soon, and we do have a Patreon as well where you can help support this channel, so feel free to check it out. The link is in the description below. Thank you to those of you that have already done so. On Patreon, you can view this episode reaction for just $1 a month. It's unedited and unfiltered. It's a good time. It means a lot if you consider, so please do if you can. And here we go, guys, with episode 115 of Fairy Tail. Let's go. He's done. No words necessary. Look at that. She's so amazing. I love Urza too. Like, Urza's awesome. So powerful, and just like her heart is in it every time. And like that battle, guys, as I said, it's one of the best of Urza's in the whole show. There are a lot of great battles coming and that we've seen already, but that one always stuck out with me. It was really intense, really good. And as I said before, guys, my last video, this is a rewatch, and I can't seem to remember what happens with this Tenrou tree. Oh, there it is, collapsing right there. Gave it away. I never saw it in the credits. But yeah, like, you know, he is very honorable. Like, Azuma is very honorable. Like, my hope, I can't honestly remember, guys, but my hope is that he fixes it. You know, like he's like, okay, I got defeated, I got bested in battle for the first time in my life. I'm going to hold up my end of the deal and give everyone their magic back and put the tree back in place. Like, I don't know if that's how this happens or if the tree stays down or what. I'm very upset just because I love Fairy Tail Zero, guys, and the whole Tenrou Island and the Tenrou tree is very, you know, a full-on symbol of that backstory, and it's a you know, it's a symbol of Fairy Tail, and just it's so good, guys. I can't express that enough, and I'm so eagerly anticipating this, whatever that is. We don't know what that is yet, and also the hopeful return of the Tenrou tree. Let's go.
Previously on Fairy Tail, we're here.
Forgive me. I've been such a fool. I wasn't protecting everyone around me.
Unbelievable.
Gosh, I love that shot.
They were the ones protecting me all along.
So good. So good. I kind of like that we got to see that again. Ooh, she's out too. Look at that slash right down the middle. Jeez.
Freezing fighting spirit!
What's going on?
Lost magic takes a heavy toll. honor my word. Your friend's power will be returned to them.
Do you know a man named Jalal?
Yes. Supposedly he lost his mind after being possessed by Zeref's spirit, or that's what he believed. It left him an empty shell, living a life without meaning. Was he close to your heart as well? My condolences. That was also ULTEAR'S doing. It was all part of an elaborate scheme that spanned over the course of several years, meant to distract the Council from our actions at the time. Her skills are truly terrifying. Perhaps that's the reason why Master Hades chooses to keep her closest to his side.
Explain something to me. Why does your guild seek Zeref so intently?
To get closer to the primordial magic. Magic that has existed since the world's creation. That's why.
The primordial magic.
Is he becoming the new tree? Or does he fix the old tree? I don't know,
You were
man.
never able to attain it.
Jalal had dreams. He was dreaming of paradise. Of heaven.
Wait! Magic from the world's creation.
All right, so it's being fixed and undone. So I was also like, man, okay, like ULTEAR has time magic, like she could reverse this, like does that happen? Like I don't remember how the tree gets back into place, if it even does.
Do you feel it?
But everyone has their magic back, so we are
It's back already.
back in place. Let's go.
So that means let's get to work. Let's rock, babies.
I feel like Azuma was like cut from a different cloth a little bit than the rest of them. Like despite him being on the bad side and a villain and everything, like he really. Oh, here we go. I was gonna say Azuma really like is honorable and really held up. You know, it says a lot that he held up his end of the bargain.
They're gonna take me as an authority if I let some dark guild lowlife get the
Let's
best
go.
of me. My reputation's at stake here, so I gotta get back up. Oh yes.
Oh my.
This is what I wanted. A battle where we could both soar to the highest levels of our fighting skill. Let me show you why my name strikes sheer terror into the hearts of men. What kind of crazy magic is this? It's an infinite gravity well, and nothing can resist its pull. We'll see about that. Ready? Let's fly!
Dark Tower of Dinjir! Turn all your sorrow onto the foolish fairies, and return them to the refuse from which they came! I've got no other choice. I gotta use my figure eyes.
But that spell won't work on someone wearing glasses.
I know.
Oh.
What I'm using it on is too manly for glasses. I need your help for a second.
Glad to be of service.
Now take that guy down!
Look at that, big slow coming through.
Are you ready, Freed? Here we go!
It cracked. If you really want to fly, I can help you out. He crushed my black hole with a shattering spell? How? Crushing evil, spreading truth. Empyrean! Dark Écriture!
And there he goes. He's off. I think he always says he wants to fly because of his gravity magic. He's always stuck down, so he wants somebody to like be a contender against him, you know, and He got it. He got it. As did this one. He's down too. Look at everyone working together. Love it.
Urza's will.
You can believe me or not, you know. It's up to you. I'm taking Zeref off this island. Listen. Hades must fall. I'm positive that with Ur's iced shell, he can be defeated once and for all. My mother and I both dreamed this would one day come to pass. Please make it happen for us.
As I keep saying, guys, in previous videos, I'm super fuzzy with ULTEAR'S story. Like, I remember her beginnings, I remember her events later in the show, but this whole part, this middle part on the island, like, I don't know what happens with her. I don't know what her intentions and motives are. Her true motives, I should say. Like, I don't know what she means, like, or what she actually wants. If she's good, if she's bad, like, I don't know. And I'm so excited to find out.
It's not like the rest of us have been getting 3 squares a day, you know. Maybe I'll just die from a sympathy overdose instead.
Honestly, a bite of something would really help me out. Kana's heavier than she looks.
Wow, you'd better be glad she can't hear you right now, because that's kind of rude. See? I'm not the only one.
No, this is horrible! I decided to fly up in order to get an aerial view of the island. The great tree growing in the middle of it has been snapped in half.
What?
It is commonly known as the Great Tenro Tree. The legends say it blesses our guild members.
Well, the rumor I've always heard about it is that if you have the fairy tale emblem on your body, the tree actually keeps you from dying.
Really? That means all our wounded members will survive.
Yeah, but if the Tenro...
That might be why Lasana lived.
Why did we get our magic power?
Something to think about.
There are many unanswered questions at the moment.
We need to stay alert and make sure we completely recover.
I'll beat Hades.
You know that iced shell is fatal to whoever casts it.
I'm well aware of that. I know exactly what I'll be getting myself into by doing this.
See, this is not the first time he's tried to use Ice Shell. It will not be the last time. I can say that much.
Because I ain't doing this for you or for your mother either. It's for Fairy Tale.
So ominous.
Whoa, it's a whole lot worse than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, this is awful.
Grimoire Heart's ship is stationed right off the shoreline, just east of here. I propose this strategy, that we split our group into 2 separate teams.
One team will be offense, and one defense.
He's offense.
Meldy,
Oh, did you find him? That man with you. Is that Zeref?
It is indeed. It's Lord Zeref. There's been a change of plan. We're leaving the island.
I still haven't been able to locate Grey Fullbuster.
He is no longer of your concern now, Meldy. He's not our enemy.
I don't get it. What the hell does Zeref have to do with Ur's will?
Just hear me out, Grey. When I was a little girl, my father was killed by Hades. My mother kept tabs on Grimoire Heart, biding her time until the day came when she could avenge his death. After she died, I found her journal, and that's when I discovered the truth. That day, I made a decision that I would infiltrate Grimoire Heart. My mother perfected the iced shell, because that was the only way to take him down.
That's why she learned it?
As far as I can tell, that is the only spell capable of defeating Hades, and I have failed at it. You needn't trouble yourself with Zeref. I will seal him away off the island, somewhere that he will never be found again. Please, Grey. My mother and I both dreamed this would one day come to pass. Please make it happen for us.
I want to believe her so bad. But, like, I keep thinking of
Not our enemy in the
her
slightest.
evil deeds earlier in the show.
He's our pawn.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I just can't believe that he actually fell for that
Oh,
ridiculous
she is
story I
evil.
told him. What a fool.
Get rid of Master Hades, but why?
With him gone, we can keep Lord Zeref entirely to ourselves.
You'd really betray our master like this?
Hades, Grey, and anyone else I please. I will have all of them right in the palm of my hand. I will crush anyone who wants to get near Zeref. He's entirely in my possession. Who
Juvia.
might this be?
That's Juvia, Grey's close friend. What are you doing?
Preparing to kill her, obviously.
But she's not a threat. She's unconscious.
This will limit Grey's options for the future. He can be killed by Hades, or die performing the iced shell. Seeing his dear friend lying dead on the ground like this will only drive him towards the inevitable.
Oh, thank goodness. Let's go.
I knew something was rotten with you.
Well, well, did you? You were just playing along the whole time, trying to figure out what my true motives were. Bad boy.
I made a promise. I swore that I would never try to use iced shell ever again.
If I didn't let you do it before, why would I let you do it now? I'm not gonna let you go out like that!
I don't care if this is Or's will or not. Because I've got a will all of my own. And it says my friends and I are gonna walk the path of life!
Life.
She's smiling.
My. I guess you're not so loyal to your master after all. I'm surprised. That witch loved you even more than her own daughter. I'm afraid I might enjoy killing you so much my heart will explode with joy.
You need to show some respect for your mother. And since she's not around, I'll have to teach you that lesson for her.
You're such a fool. You've made an extremely grave mistake in threatening me like that. For I am the leader of the seven kin of Purgatory. And scum like you is no match for me.
Oh man, here we go. Next time. Wow, man. I was gonna say, like, ULTEAR'S motives, like, were so questionable to me. I didn't know, and I wanted to believe her so badly, but she reveals her true colors right there. She is evil, and I do know what happens with her later in the show. So without getting anything into spoiler, guys, I can say that at this point, when I, first saw this, my prediction was that Meldy was going to become good and switch sides and go against ULTEAR. She was shocked. She was so shocked to learn ULTEAR'S true intentions, to go after Hades, to take Zeref for herself. Like, she didn't seem fully on board with that, and she was very surprised when ULTEAR said that Or loved Grey more than herself, which I don't think is true either. I think Or didn't know about her. She thought she was like a lost daughter, like she thought she died or something. I can't remember, but like Meldy is going to go against ULTEAR, and that was my prediction. I don't recall for sure if that happens. I still don't know the outcome of ULTEAR to get her to the point where I do remember her later in the show, guys. So I'm very excited to see all of that happen, and I believe we're going to see that very soon. So we're going to dive right into the next one. All right, guys, we are back with episode 116.
Unforgivable.
Oh my gosh.
I'm afraid I might enjoy killing you so much my heart will explode with joy.
You need to show some respect for your mother. And since she's not around, I'll have to teach you that lesson for her! Hey, Juvia, time to wake up.
It's my
Oh.
beloved waking to the gentle whispers of my love's voice. I can't think of a better way to start my morning.
Snap out of it!
Oh, Juvia. Love you.
You've got to go after her, Juvia. Don't let her get away with Zeref.
Uh-oh.
My leg.
Are you hurt?
Yes, but I can handle it. I'll do anything for my beloved.
Oh, my God.
Pain isn't going to stop me.
I'm counting on you, Juvia.
Wow. Reason 59 or whatever it is that I love Juvia.
Remember that creepy old man we met back on Galuna Island? Well, he can disguise himself as a hot chick.
What if she really is a chick and the old man was the disguise?
Nah, I'm telling you, he's definitely got a Master Bob-like vibe to him. That she is a he.
I sure hope Gray doesn't hit on him. We've got
Oh,
more
my
important
God.
things to worry about right now, you guys.
Forgot all about that conversation.
What the heck
Oh, man, there we go.
Well, what does it look like, Princess?
Hello.
I'm making pitfalls in case the enemy gives chase.
No, I get that. But why the swimsuit?
I thought it would be fun to spice things up a little.
For who? Excuse me, Lucy.
For the viewers, of course,
But we've
I
got more
have to
important things
assume.
worry about right now than Virgo's outfit. You have no right to talk, cat!
Offense or defense? We gotta pick one. So what's our strategy, guys?
Ice make hammer!
Into the future.
Damn it!
Jeez.
My ice attacks are completely useless against her.
My mother. My entire life I've wanted nothing more than to do away with her.
You're sick. You'd kill your own mother? I know Ur cared for you!
Did she?
She used to cry because she couldn't tell you how she felt! I'll beat you with ice. You just watch. I'm gonna bring you down with Ur's magic.
Arc of time magic. Controls an object's flow of time. Ice sent to its future sublimates. And sent to its past becomes water.
I can do it. Because I believe in Ur's maker magic.
Oh.
I'll free you from the darkness. I'll seal it away. Forever.
What happened? I can't control its time. What the hell's going on?
It's over. Because you can't control the time of living things.
Wow.
No.
Forgot of that.
He's
Uh-oh.
frozen his own blood.
Ice Blade. 7-strike dance.
I swear. I won't lose this battle.
No way. That stance.
I can't. Not before I reach the grand magic world. Ice make! Frozen Corona!
She's using the exact same maker magic as Ur. It was hers. You used Ur's magic. I guess it's only natural, since her blood is flowing through your veins.
Shut up! Let go!
How the hell did you become such an evil person? What's wrong with you?
You could never understand what I've been through! My mother! That witch! Abandoned me!
Mama, where are we going?
Oh. Finally getting her backstory. Finally.
Where'd you go?
My mother, abandoned me.
I don't remember this location at all.
In this strange place.
Where'd my mama
In a
go?
previous video, I might have said that she was in the Tower of Heaven. I was wrong. I misspoke. I meant this thing. I just don't remember the details of this place.
Where are we?
The Bureau of Magical Development.
It's a marvelous facility that devises all sorts of magic spells.
Why, Mama? Why'd you leave me with these people?
It's time.
Scared? What are you gonna do? Please let me go!
We're going to strengthen your magic power.
Now this might hurt a little, but we need you to stay strong.
Remember, you're doing this for your mother's sake.
So horrible, man.
It's time.
How's she doing?
Oh,
She's a remarkable vessel, sir. All of our previous tests
Welcome back,
subjects
Brain.
fail in comparison.
That's excellent news. But no surprise, she's the daughter of who's said to be nearly as powerful as the 10 wizard saints. Take it up to 500% and perform magic infusion at hourly intervals. Don't ease up, even if she screams.
Yes, sir.
Subject 3373 has escaped. Sudden spike in magic power's been detected.
I suppose we can just let her go for now. The real show is still to come. Young daughter of
I'm coming.
The only thing that kept me going was my desire to see my mother again.
jeez.
However, nothing could have prepared me for what I saw. There was my mother with a smile on her face.
Feeling replaced.
Not only had she abandoned me, but she was living with 2 little boys. And she looked so happy.
Unforgivable.
I decided to go back to the Bureau and continue the magic amplification experiments. I wanted to grow stronger, so I could take revenge on my mother.
Oh, jeez. It is cool also just to see Brain's history a little bit more before he became the Brain we know.
There's something wrong.
Well, sir,
Her magic power has been increasing at an alarming rate over the past several days.
I'm afraid it's simply too dangerous to continue.
This child's full of untapped potential. I thought she might be one of the 5 brave warriors I'm searching for, but it doesn't appear that way. Unfortunately,
Okay,
her
so this
magic
is right before
is of quality.
he finds the
I doubt a
Irashiancy.
body link would be possible. This place can crumble to the ground for all I care. I already have all the spells I need. I'll leave Ur's daughter to him as a parting gift.
he vanished.
Hey, we've got trouble!
The magic power's reverse flow!
Evacuate! Evacuate!
Jeez.
Eventually, I learned of the legendary Black Wizard Zeref, and the Dark Guild Grimoire Heart, who sought after him.
The grand magic world is dependent upon his revival. It cannot become reality without Lord Zeref.
What's the Grand Magic World?
A realm where wizards are free to use any magic they want, light or dark. Nothing's off limits, not even the forbidden magic that can retrieve lost happiness.
Retrieve lost happiness?
It is one of the ancient and forgotten lost magics which are now forbidden because of their immense power. In this world, it is considered imperfect. However, that shall change in the grand magic world. There, the Arc of Time will be perfect. And then, the wizard who masters it will become a time traveler.
If we succeed, I can start all over again. I'll have the chance to change my cursed life into one of happiness. I will bring about the grand magic world. Please help me! That voice, where's it coming from? I need help! Please, I'm begging you! There it is again. My daughter's suffering because she was born with too much magic power! My mother.
There's so much of it condensed into her tiny body that her fevers won't go away!
Don't worry, ma'am. I know of a facility that specializes in such cases.
She brought there out of love, not abandonment. Oh, is it because she's in the water? Oh my God. It's the mother. Living on as water.
What the hell did you monsters do to her? She's dead? How did this happen?
There's nothing more for me to say.
I was told that your agency specializes in cases like hers. The only reason I brought her here is because I thought you could cure her. She's dead. No, she can't be gone. She can't. It's different. Her memory is so different from mine.
Ice make Gungnir! Or told us about you, but the memories were way too painful for her.
When my daughter was born, it suddenly felt as though there was a brilliant light shining in my heart. My eyes overflowed with tears of joy that couldn't be stopped.
All I wanted
Was to bring about the grand magic world. So I could go back to a time before I hated my mother. My daughter. She's proof of my own life. She's my tears. Or tear.
Oh.
All I wanted was to see my mother again. And to tell her that I loved her one last time.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Be careful. You can't defeat Hades on your own.
I figured as much. But I'm not alone.
We got the team. The Guild of the Guilds. Best of the best. Let's go. Oh my God, guys, this is so emotional. Like, first and foremost, I got to comment. I remember when I was reacting to the Galuna Island arc, you know, that arc ended with the debate of, like, was Or actually in the ice or was she dead? And, you know, they hinted at her being in the ice all along and stopping Deliora. That's what they basically showed, you know, because Deliora was basically defeated and done once he got thawed out. She was attacking him this whole time, kind of thing. And so it was just really, you know, this now confirms even more that she did, you know, exist and live on in the ice, and now she lives on in water. And it's just like, it's so heartbreaking. This whole story of Or and Ultear and Gray and like it just, it's tragedy. It's such a tragedy. And like, in the same time, you know, it pushes these characters to be who they are today and where they are now. You know, it's where it's like essential to happen. You know, I think now with ULTEAR having, you know, time magic, will she ever go back in time? And if she meets her mother and stops all that, she then doesn't become who she is today. Like it's a paradox, you know, kind of thing. And all right, let's see a little preview first. I'll talk more about that.
The weather's turned stormy all of a sudden.
Cool. The rain will set the tone for the dramatic climax. I'm fired up now.
I thought you were gonna be bummed, because if it pours, your power will be cut in half.
Crap, I didn't think about that.
She's still crawling.
Well, I won't let some lousy rain put my fire out.
I see what you did there. That was pretty clever, Natsu.
Next time, Rolling Thunder. This is gonna be a big battle, so we'd better hold off on the comedy.
Get over yourself. I said it was clever, not comedy.
Jeez, you don't have to be so harsh, Furball.
Oh my God! Without spoiling anything, guys, that title making me think of something that's gonna happen, and I'm very, very excited if that's the case. Also, some things going on in the sky at the end of this episode too. I'm gonna say no more. But basically, guys, what I was saying before with ULTEAR, like, it's just she's one of the best characters, like the best secondary characters of the whole show. Like, and her story is far from over at this point. Like, she has this whole new journey she's gonna go on, and I can't wait to, you know, revisit that too and see more of that. But as of right now, guys, she's been such a flip-flop. Like, she's been, you know, good and then evil, and now it seems like she's good again. And I remember thinking back when this episode aired, like, is she going to help Gray and Fairy Tail in the big battle in the end against Hades? Will she come back? Will she aid them? It seems like now she's going off on her own and like leaving and not going to participate in any fighting from now on. But I was kind of like in the back of my mind wondering, like, is she going to show back up? Is she going to surprise us and like be there to help Fairy Tail in the end? And I don't remember what exactly happens. What I know we see her again, so I'll say that much. But gosh, man, I can't wait to see where we go from here. We are slowly nearing the end of this arc, guys, and big stuff is still coming. I can't wait, and hopefully you can't either. We'll be back every Friday for more reactions of Fairy Tail, so thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this episode and this reaction. I always love to chat with you guys about it, and until then, we'll be back for more, like I said. Thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great one, and we will see you next time.